Number 9. Wolves. This large canine creature is native to North America as well as Europe and Asia. As of 2017, it was reported that there were 18,000 wolves in North America, with 2/3 of that number thriving in Alaska. Wolves are very experienced hunters and typically take down prey in packs. Their prey ranges in size between 51 pounds to 1,430 pounds. As dangerous as wolves can be towards humans, they tend to stay away from them and have only caused 2 fatalities since 1970. Nevertheless, wolf attacks aren't exactly uncommon. For example, on the 8th of March 2020, a 32-year-old teacher known as Candace Berner was found dead near the village of Chignik Lake on the Alaska Peninsula. She was an avid jogger, and although there were no witnesses, rescue groups found wolf tracks on the snow next to her bleeding body. It was ruled that she died due to multiple injuries from an animal mauling. DNA evidence was collected from wolves in the surrounding area to confirm the attack. Number 8. Cougars. Cougars have killed 16 people in North America since 1970. This creature is sometimes called the mountain lion, and it is the second largest cat in USA and Canada. It is an ambush predator that pursues a very wide range of prey. It prefers to eat deer, but it can also eat rodents and insects if need be. Although it can live in open areas, the cougar prefers habitats with dense underbrush and rocky areas for stalking. Their population in North America is estimated to be around 30,000 individuals. On May 19, 2018, 2 cyclists were attacked by a cougar near North Bend, Washington, while biking in the foothills in the area. They were on remote dirt road when the attack happened. The cougar first attacked the biker known as Isaac Setterbaum, and although he tried to dissuade it with his bike, it instead grabbed it. Then, the other biker, S.J. Brooks, tried to run into the woods, but attracted the cougar's attention instead. It mauled his whole body, killing him slowly and painfully. Number 7. Black widow spiders. A wide variety of spider species fall under the black widow classification. Nevertheless, one of the things they all share in common is their deadly bite. Because all these spiders have laterotoxin in their venom, they can cause symptoms such as muscle pain, abdominal cramps, increased heart rate, and muscle spasms. Symptoms usually last between 3 to 7 days. However, in some cases, they may persist for several weeks. As the name suggests, black widows are black in appearance. However, most of them have red dots on their abdomen. A 31-year-old soccer coach known as Louis Alp almost died when he mistook a black widow spider bite for a regular blister. The incident happened on July 18, 2021 in Norfolk. He ignored the blister, but then the pain got worse and worse as time went on. He struggled to walk, was constantly sleeping, and his body ached all over. After a week, his 36-year-old wife took him to the emergency room for treatment. Therefore, he survived the bite. Number 6. Rattlesnakes. All rattlesnakes are vipers, but not all vipers are rattlesnakes. One of the major things that separates rattlesnakes from the larger group is, of course, the rattle at the end of their tails, which make a rattling noise that deters predators and serves as a warning for passers-by. Although rattlesnakes rarely bite unless threatened or provoked, they are the leading contributor to snakebite injuries in North America. Their venom is hemotoxic, destroying blood cells and tissue. If treated in time, though, fatalities can be avoided. This happened in Waverly, Georgia on May 17, 2019. The victim was Priscilla Meredith, and she was 62 years old. When visiting her friend's house with her sister, she was attacked by a rattlesnake. While picking up stepping stones and garden tools, the snake came out of nowhere and attacked her. Meredith was rushed to the emergency room, but her condition hardly improved. The snake venom heightened her heart rate to the point that she got a heart attack. She died on June 12 after a battle that lasted several weeks. She represents the last known case of a rattlesnake fatality in the US. Number 5. Arizona bark scorpion. The Arizona bark scorpion is a very tiny creature. It is a light brown scorpion common to the Sonoran Desert in the southwestern United States and northwestern Mexico. Males can grow up to 3.4 inches in length, but despite their small size, they are very dangerous. In Mexico, more than 100,000 people are stung by this creature annually. In the 1980s, this creature managed to kill 800 people in a single year. Symptoms of a bite include severe pain, numbness, and vomiting. These symptoms typically last between 24 to 72 hours. These days, Arizona bark scorpion attacks aren't as common as they used to be. Since 1968, only 2 Arizona bark scorpion fatalities have been recorded. However, their populations are still numerous, and they still pose a significant threat to humans. For instance, a man known as Aaron Gonzalez bought a house in Gilbert, Arizona to live in with his wife and 3-year-old kid. Even though the realtor promised that Arizona bark scorpion sightings were rare, he soon discovered that there was an entire nest of them underneath his house. And so he teamed up with another person in a similar predicament. Together, they made a scorpion repellent to protect their families. Number 4. Sharks. As dangerous North American predators, sharks need no introduction. North America hosts a wide variety of shark species in its coastal waters, including the great white shark, the whale shark, the night shark, the six-gill shark, and the Atlantic angel shark. Sharks are apex predators which are perfectly evolved to kill anything they have in their sights. Their powerful jaws and sharp teeth are cause for concern, but other than that, they also exhibit countershading, so they can hide their approach. In addition to that, they have a special organ that allows them to detect electrical charges emitted by other living things. And as if that isn't enough, their sense of smell allows them to detect bleeding prey from as far as a quarter-mile away. On December 24, 2021, a 42-year-old man known as Thomas Butterfield was killed in a shark attack at Morro Bay, California. He'd been bodyboarding at the time. There were no direct witnesses. However, a fellow surfer discovered his bloody body floating face down in the water. Although emergency services were called to the scene, it was too late for him. The shark in question was revealed to be a great white. Number 3. Bison. When thinking of dangerous animals, bison don't really come to mind first. Nevertheless, they've caused a lot of problems for people living in North America. These creatures can weigh between 880 to 280 pounds. They also grow up to 6 feet 7 inches in height and 11 feet 6 inches in length. They are nomadic grazers and travel in herds. One bison is enough to wreak a lot of damage. However, their stampedes are on another level entirely. They can run at speeds of up to 35 miles per hour. Owing to their size, they have very few predators. However, bears and wolf packs have been known to disturb them regularly. On June 30, 2020, at the Yellowstone National Park, a 72-year-old woman who was trying to take pictures of bison ended up being gored to death. She approached within 10 feet of the creatures several times, even though she had been advised to stay between 25 to 100 yards away. The bison then got agitated and rammed into her several times. There was not much that emergency services could do, and she died from the ferocious attack. Number 2. Killer bees. Killer bees are another creature which don't come to mind at the mention of dangerous creatures. Nevertheless, they can be quite lethal, especially in a swarm. They were initially imported from Africa to Brazil in 1956 to increase honey production. However, 26 swarms escaped quarantine in 1957. Since then, they have hybridized, spread through South America, and have been in North America since 1985. They can chase a person for a quarter mile and have killed at least 1,000 people so far. On October 11, 2021, a team of Texas troopers saved 2 women from killer bee swarms. One of the troopers was patrolling when he came across the woman on the side of the road with a shirt wrapped on her head and bees swarming around her. He then called the other trooper, who was a beekeeper, That trooper advised the first one to drive away the bees using a fire extinguisher. The bees started to attack him, and so he called for help. Emergency services arrived to evacuate the woman. When she was gone, they spotted another woman who had been stung by bees and was having difficulty breathing. They poured water in her hair to drive away the bees that were there. Number 1. Grizzly Bear. The grizzly bear, or brown bear, is the most dangerous creature in North America. Since 1970, it has claimed the lives of 70 people. Adult males of this species weigh between 400 to 800 pounds. Their claws are 2 inches long, allowing them to rip and tear through any creature that stands in their way. They also have very powerful jaws that can crush the bones of any creature they capture. A 65-year-old cyclist known as Leah Davis Loken was killed by a grizzly bear in Ovando, Montana. She had been camping in a tent at the time. The bear had wandered into the campsite several times, but each time been warded off. The final time, though, Loken wasn't so lucky. The bear entered her tent and killed her. By wearing night vision goggles, federal wildlife workers tracked down the bear, identified it, and killed it. Attempts to save Loken's life did not prove successful. Which animal did you find most scary?